us again. There's love you forever.
Song is out of my system finally. Let's talk about this movie. Let's talk about this movie Immaculate, starring Sydney Sweeney as she plays a character named Cecilia, a woman who's in deep with her religious faith as she travels from the United States to the convent in the countryside of Italy. And after she's welcomed later on in the movie, it happens. So let's talk about it. So I gave this movie a 5 out of 10 because I have 5 things to pick on it. So the first thing I wanted to pick on was that the movie was not as scary as it portrayed in the trailer. It felt for me more of a drama. Yes, this movie was crazy. I did say that. But it felt for me more of a drama because I felt for Sister Cecilia's character and how she was welcomed and adored at first, and then all of a sudden she is part of something sinister experiment that she never asked for. And I felt for her character. So it felt like more of a drama to me than it was scary. Now, number 2, how did she become pregnant? That's what I'm trying to figure out still. Because the thing is, before she arrived over there, she was fine, intact, right? After she arrives, she was also intact. And Cecilia was looking at Father Sal and the physician like, hey man, I never coitus. I don't know what's going on. Like, how did I become pregnant? And then later on in the movie, it dawned on me that one of the scenes presented was the actual nail that pinned Jesus Christ on the cross. And therefore his DNA was on there. And that's how she became pregnant. So I'm wondering, did you put it in her food? Did you put it in her red wine that she was drinking that night? Did you put it while she was sleeping? Like, it didn't really make sense to me. So that's what I'm wondering. How did she get pregnant? Maybe I have to watch it one more time. Maybe because I missed something. Now, the third thing I want to pick on is not going to the catacombs because the catacombs were off limits. In the movie, the sisters, they knew that you cannot go to the catacombs because it's off limits. You damn well hell know the reason why it was off limits, because those priests knew that there was a way out. If something were to happen at the covenant or the emergency, then they knew that there was a way to escape. Luckily, Cecilia figured out to go to the catacombs to escape to her freedom. Fourth thing I wanted to pick on was the ending. Now, the ending was supposedly as it should be. I don't see that it's supposed to change, or it was horrifying, or it was crazy because people were talking about, oh, the ending, she was screaming and she was in blood and it was so horrifying. She was giving birth to a thing. Of course she would scream. So it felt like, you know, push that out, push that out, push that out. Of course she would scream, man. She was giving birth to something because that thing didn't even cry. You heard that thing breathing, but it didn't even cry. So of course the ending should have been that way because she was giving birth and she was in blood, and it was really great. And the fifth thing that really bugged me was the cutting the tongue scene, because that was only just a tiny little sliver of the tongue. Not to mention that it so looked unreal. I was expecting more of a Saw, that kind of a thing, you know.
I want to play a game.
Like that. I was really hoping for something like that, but it wasn't. So I was very disappointed with the tongue scene. I was like, what? That's it? Weak. So, but overall, besides those 5 things, it was a good film. I would watch it again because I'm still curious about the pregnancy scene that I'm still pondering about. Well then, I'll talk about the one thing that was really cool at the end when she got the rock and killed the thing. That is what made this movie immaculate. All right, let's talk about Problemista.